Morning, morning, morning. So this is day 4 of our mini chakra training, our free mini chakra training. So I'm just gonna check that all is well with the live and that I am live, and I'm gonna start the comments off. So welcome to day four of the free mini chakra training. So day 4 is the heart chakra. So we have been on each morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. We've been looking at one of the chakras, and we started on Monday with the root chakra. And then Tuesday was the solar plexus, and Tuesday was the sacral. Yesterday was the solar plexus, which was a recording because I was flying back from Italy. And today, here we are live again for the heart chakra. So I'm interested to hear all about your experiences so far. Have you had any aha moments? Have you had any just amazing insights at all? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I'll be really interested to hear from you. And I'm just going to get the comments going here so that if you can join me, we can get going. Let's have a look. Okay. Hello. I will say hello. Get this party started. So, why won't it let me do that? For some reason, I can't. If you're there, there's one person there. See if you can drop a comment, will you? I can't seem to do it. Anyway, and don't worry, if I don't reply to your comments or see them on here, I can always reply to them afterwards, and I'll be uploading this onto YouTube afterwards and onto IGTV. So you can always catch up on these live trainings. So let's talk about the heart chakra. So a little recap, we've done the root chakra, which was all about grounding, and it's quite heavy and it's quite insular, and it's about me, and kind of getting your needs met, survival, and just taking up space in your body, just feeling like you've got a right to be here, finding your place in the world. But it's very about me, and it's very kind of, it's just one. Okay, it's just you, and it's very kind of down. So too much of that and you can become quite rigid and controlling. Not enough of that and you're like woo woo gaga, maybe like super spiritual, everything's amazing, nothing could possibly go wrong with the world. So we need that balance. We're looking to balance each chakra, and we're looking to balance the chakras as a whole. So that's a very grounded, heavy, dense energy of earth. You can think of earth as being the densest, the most physical, the grossest expression of moving particles. They move very slowly, they are very, very heavy. And then we saw with the sacral chakra, associated with the pelvic region. Obviously they're not real, they're imagined. They're centers of energy that we meditate and we kind of feel into and have this sensory experience of. That is all about water. Now, water is still very heavy. It's extremely heavy, but it's movable. So here we encounter ourselves in relation to others. It's like you get all your stuff straight, you get your house in order, you get your job in order. It's like you've got your basic needs met, and you have to go out inevitably into the world and get mirrored back. And we looked at how we are many different selves with many different people. And we learn with the sacral chakra balancing to welcome in all these disparate aspects of ourselves. Instead of keeping some in the shadow that we're kind of not proud of, maybe we think that we should be one way, or we have an idea of ourselves as being one thing, or one personality. We realize that we're actually a lot of things, and that's okay, because then we can realize that other people are a lot of things as well. We notice the transient nature of emotions, thought, behaviors, and we can learn not to identify with them, but we remember we're kind of sitting on this crescent moon shaped boat. We know that we can go all the way to one side, but then we're going to have to come all the way to the other. So either we make peace with these massive shifts, and that's absolutely fine, or we find the still point in the center. So it's about centering. So we've grounded, we've centered, and then we move into our power at the solar plexus area, where we digest our emotions, we digest our food, and we find this passion, this rage, this radiance, negative, positive, whatever slant you want to put on this. This is your passion, this is your fire. And fire still needs an anchor. The triangle we saw representing the solar plexus still pointing downwards. Fire still needs an anchor. It's still kind of about those lower 3 more human chakras. But then we've kind of, once we've made a bit of balance there, and allowed ourselves to express or even look at or shed some awareness on, those qualities of intense feeling that we have in our solar plexus, probably coming from that other stuff that maybe hasn't been processed yet and is coming up now, we are able to kind of dissolve that, let that kind of shift and move into the heart area. Now the heart area, the symbol is, oh, it's so bright, you probably can't see. Okay, if I hold it there, strangely, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't see what I can see. Anyway, it's a 6-pointed star. It's given the green color from the rainbow system. That, remember I said that wasn't the original colors that the chakras were given. They were given different colors, but the new kind of the new age vibrationary element has been added to the yoga, kind of offers this rainbow system, this system of sevens. And also, you know, ways to work with essential oils that give the qualities of feeling associated with each chakra. So it's very useful that these have been added on. So it's given the green color. Sometimes it's given a pink color because it's soft and the heart and it's open. But the symbol is a 6-pointed star. Now it's one triangle pointing downwards and one triangle pointing upwards. And these are interlinking. And the point is that here, in the heart space, we are balancing out our more human, our lower 3 chakras, which relate to our human, earthy, kind of heavier, dense vibration levels, and our more sort of intuitive, open, spiritual, if you will, divine, if you want to go there, more, you know, woo-woo, elements, which you can't really take away. You can try and take them away from being a human being, but it doesn't work very well. So anyway, we are at the heart, we're kind of balancing out those. So it's kind of the center of everything. And I like to think of this Sushumna Nadi, the main energy channel that kind of runs up through our bodies, through our lives, from our kind of birth to our, you know, passing. I like to think of that as a big channel. We are this channel between earth and spirit. And then the heart is the center of the center, is the center of the channel. So we have to learn how to balance those energies. And what happens is that once you've kind of worked on your lower chakras, where I always teach that we start at the root, whatever's happening in your life, something new's happened, some change, the rug has been pulled from underneath your feet, go to the root, start again, go back to grounding, always go back to grounding. Because it's better to kind of work up and then kind of reground, recenter, find what feeling it is there, and then transform at the heart. So this is the center of transformation. It's a very exciting center. The element is air, so we've had earth, water, fire. It's getting more and more subtle, as you can feel. Air is kind of got this quality of change, sending messages, movement, transformation. And also it's connected with the breath, because really in our energy bodies, the breath is what's helping move through the emotions. Breath helps us move emotions through our bodies anyway. You know, breath is always kind of mirroring our emotions to our physical body. So this is the place where the transformation happens. And what happens is that you can, using all that stuff that you've learned from the lower 3 chakras, you know, your stuff about what you needed, what you weren't getting, what you were lacking, and now that you've demanded it in the root, you've found your balance. You know that if you go that way, you go that way, and you're finding your still point in the center, or you're going with the flow, just, you know, sitting in these kind of uncomfortable rocky places. Then you're kind of finding this like rage or fire or passion that kind of comes from all of that. You know, you're kind of starting thinking about what you want to do in your life, take action in the world. Then comes your, what we would call your vocation, your true calling. So this is an amazing step. This is where we find that using all our stuff, we find what we could call Dharma. Your Dharma is like your life's calling, your life's work. And the thing with it is that it's unique to you. So you are using your stuff, the stuff that healed you, to bring something forth in the world that will bring benefit to others. So it's like the crossover between your own healing and the healing of the whole. So this is also the place where you balance your own self, your little self with your big higher self, and your own self with the world, with all around you. So it's a place of deepest truth, vocation, calling. It's a place of compassion and understanding, because having been through all of your stuff, you now realize that you're not this perfect, wonderful, super moral creature that maybe you were aspiring to be or thought you were. You realize that you're just living your life through your experiences. You've had a hard time, you behave well, you behave badly, you know, there's this whole spectrum, and you're feeling moved towards, you know, making some changes, or, you know, creating something in the world, finding your vocation. But you also see that other people come from a different place, so this can be a really great place for finding a sense of compassion, a sense of opening, not condoning bad behavior, but just holding space for people to be in their own evolution, even if they're on a different time frame from you. You know, realizing that everything's changing. We can change our minds. Maybe I used to feel like that, maybe I will feel like that in future. So having some time to open and feel space. So that's all I'm going to say, because this is I don't want to give too much away, and the big course is starting on Tuesday. Of course, it's now Thursday. We have a few days before our big course starts, and what this big course is, Transform and Inspire, is we're going to take one chakra each month. And we start on new moon, and we have a coaching call, like a Zoom call, where we meet each other and we introduce the chakra. Then I send you away, and you have a whole month to do whatever you want to work with this chakra. Now, not everyone wants to do yoga, asana. Not everyone wants to meditate. Not everyone wants to, you know, write in their journals. But there are so many different ways that you can feel into these chakras in your own life. So I have given you in a resources page a yoga class for each chakra, a meditation for each chakra, a yoga nidra for each chakra, a shopping list of things that you may want to consider having, so that you can create an altar. You can do altar work if you want. You can do journaling. There are questions that come up. There's vibrational work, there's essential oils you can use, there's crystals you can use. So whatever kind of, you know, it's much more accessible than just having a chakra yoga class or a chakra meditation, because there's elements, and some of the chakras you'll want to be moving, and some of the chakras you'll want to be more contemplative. So in the end, you get it all. You get all of this stuff. Like, about 35 hours of content on the resources page. So I introduce the chakra. We also share stories, and it's in the sharing of the stories of what's happening in our lives that we realize the transformational effect of this way of working with the chakras. It's not unique to me. I've been doing it for about 20 years, but every year I do this, and I'm able to just process things as they come along. You know, as messily as I process things, and, you know, obviously not perfect, but I just see this huge value in kind of clearing away and bringing in new things, planting new seeds. We start in September, we start in autumn, we start to plant the seeds. We go through the dark aspects, through the dark times of the winter, and then by spring and summer we kind of get this fuel of energy. So we're working on this cyclical pattern. Anyway, long journey yesterday. So finally I wanted to say, then at full moon we meet again, and on Zoom we share a ritual together, whatever that you know, it's different. Sometimes it's a bit of yoga, sometimes a bit of dancing. You know, I don't want to put people off. It's a really nice ritual. These Zoom things are recorded as well, so if you cannot make all of the dates, the 14 dates, new moon and full moon for 7 months, then those will be uploaded onto the resources page. So really, I've done this with people. I had this woman from Singapore, and she could never make any of the lives because it was like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. But she did the whole thing, and we had communication between her and the group through a WhatsApp chat. So she was still kind of included and given space to work alongside us. So yeah, if you can't make all of them, don't worry. It starts on Tuesday. There's payment plans now, because I realise this is all very last minute, and you know, people have been out having fun, I hear, in England. So they've probably run out of money, because, you know, fun costs money, doesn't it? So payment plans available, and these will be worked out individually. So just get in touch with me. I can also give you a ring if you want to know more about it. If you enroll on the course this week, you get a free set of chakra cards, which you probably can't see at all again because it's all washed out, my light. But these are the 7 chakra cards, one for each of the chakras, that you can use as meditation tools. These will be sent in the post to you. If you've already booked on, that you can get them for half price. Also, Yes, as from today, I'm also offering these mala beads half price for the people who attend these lives. So if you have attended the lives, I have a set of mala beads that are half price, and we've got this set of wooden ones with amethyst. And these are normally £10. They're going to be £5. We've got some onyx ones, and we've got some rose quartz, we've got some fuchsia. These are normally £18. They're going to be £9. And this one is beautiful rose quartz, large rose quartz mala, which would normally be £20. It's now £10. So if you're attending the lives and you comment on one of these lives, even if it's not live, you might see it here, you might see it on my page, my personal page, you might see it on the Chakra Center Training School page, you might see it on IGTV, you might see it on YouTube, wherever you're seeing it. If you're interested in a half price mala, give me a comment. And also all the comments and all the engagement that you give me and give yourself really during this week of mini lives. For the people who are commenting, doing little homework exercises, you'll be getting this if you win my prize draw, this lovely chakra bracelet in the post on Monday morning. So let's bring our hands onto our heart for a moment. Let's do a very mini heart chakra exercise. And this will be a very mini one. There's more to come. But just placing your hands on your heart and closing your eyes if you feel safe to do. Or you can just glance down and just take some breaths, really. You don't have to control the breath. You don't have to change the breath. Just breathe in, breathe out. Now, the heart chakra's area is physically associated with everything that's contained within the rib cage, so lungs, heart, all the movement organs, moving air, circulation, heart and lungs, the rib cage itself, but also thinking about your arms and your shoulder blades and your hands as your wings to bring change, send messages, wings of change. So we have our arms and our hands, and think about how you give and receive love, touching, hugging, using your arms as those wings there. So it's quite nice to practice bringing up energy from the core of the earth through the base of the spine or through the soles of your feet if you've got your feet flat on the floor. And remember how we did on the root chakra, we breathed in through the soles of our feet and we breathed out back down through the soles of the feet, connecting to the core of the earth. This time we're going to breathe in and we're going to draw that earth energy from the core of the earth through the root chakra, through the sacral, the center of the pelvic bowl, through the center of the abdomen and into the heart. So we draw it all the way up to the heart as if it's drawing into the space behind your hands, right in the center of the rib cage. And as we breathe out, we're going to imagine that we're sending that energy out through the arms and out through the palms of the hand back into our heart. So breathing in from the core of the earth up to the heart, breathing out from the heart down the arms through the hands, as if you're giving yourself healing. You're drawing it from the core of the earth every time, bringing up through the chakras, breathing it out from the heart down through the hands. And this is how hands-on healing works, really. You're just drawing energy into your heart and drawing it out through the palms of your hands. And your palms and your soles have got chakras too. They are energy centers. You can feel palms getting very, very hot when you touch people. If you've ever done Reiki, you know this. You get very hot hands, very hot feet. And I want you to just spend a moment thinking, as you breathe in, just visualize the center of this heart space. So you can imagine it's the center of the rib cage, like the actual physical point right at the center, or you can imagine it's more like your own center, your soul, your home. And that's where you're taking this energy in, almost storing it there, and then that's where all of your healing is coming out of. So heart space, inhaling from the core of the earth into the heart space. Exhaling from the heart space down the arms and back out through the palms. And you can almost imagine as well the center of the heart space. This is like your own temple, your own inner sanctum. So if you want to imagine this, what your most sacred healing space would look like, maybe it's a temple in the forest, maybe it's that place that you sit and you watch the sunrise, your own special place. Maybe it's your altar at home. Maybe it's a church or a sacred building you've been to. Imagine that's deep inside you, your own inner sanctum. And that's where you're taking that healing in. And that's where your healing is coming out from. And this is a place you can go to whenever you want. The more often you go, the longer you can stay. And the more you can do this kind of giving and receiving thing. So in your inner sanctum, in your heart space, the center of your heart space, you can exchange energy there. So you can offer some gratitude, you can give something, you can offer a prayer, you can set an intention, you can offer gratitude. So give something in this space, just in these last few moments together. And you can also receive something there. So heart chakra is the balance of the giving and the receiving. It's the balance of all things. So what you can receive, or you can just decide to be open to receiving, so that you're not like under pressure to get messages, whatever. Just be open to receiving any intuition, to listen to your heart space, to let your intuition guide you, to let your own inner wisdom guide you, to let your heart guide you. So that balance of giving and receiving at the heart space. And then I invite you, the last few breaths like that, breathing in from the core of the earth into the heart, deep into your inner sanctum. Breathing out through the hands. And then just place your hands somewhere on your body where you think you might need some love or attention. Maybe it's a physical part of your body. Maybe it's just your head. Maybe you're doing it more symbolically, that you need some healing. So just place your hands there. Take another few breaths. And then just rub your hands together. So that was a very short little heart chakra practice. And it's one of those things that if you practice more often, it becomes very strong indeed. So I'm just going to leave you with a testimonial from one of the Transform and Inspire courses that I did in the past, and just to give you a sense of what people have found from this 7-month journey. One lady says, it gave me the opportunity through yoga and meditation to delve into each amazing chakra with some lovely, revealing, sometimes surprising outcomes. Steph will guide you with care on your individual spiritual discovery through the chakra system. It's a roller coaster that I loved every part of and couldn't wait to see what was around the next bend. Growing, learning, connecting and sharing is transforming and inspiring. And she says, P.S. nobody told me to get off the ride, so I'm still going. So that was from a dear lady that did the course with me before. And then one other. For me, this course was totally transformational. It led me to embark on some very positive, if a little scary, changes in my life. The monthly focus on each chakra allows you to explore in depth the different energetic characteristics of each chakra, letting you reconnect with each in turn. It helped me identify aspects of myself that were energetically stuck and stopping me from being authentically me. With Steph's gentle and calm guidance using ritual chanting, yoga, nidra and more, the Transform and Inspire course brought more balance and insight into my life, for which I'm ever grateful. So that's what people have said in the past. I hope you're able to join me. I don't know what happened to the comments today. I shall have to see because I'm on a different computer today. I'm back in Bristol. This is my Bristol pink wall. I'm out of the Shanty Centre now. It was a big, long journey yesterday. And anyway, I can't wait to hear from you. Leave me comments. Leave me comments even after this. Don't forget, the more comments you leave, the more you have a chance to win this chakra bracelet. Don't forget to get in touch if you want to. From these mini lives, you've got the chance of getting the mala beads half price. So just connect with this stuff, and hopefully I'll see some of you on Tuesday when we start the big one. If not, tomorrow, throat chakra at 9 o'clock in the morning. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Oh.